This makes it more authentic.
Yeah, maybe it's more
authentic. You can't.
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we know enough about you to give you something to talk about.
Oh, okay. But you still don't know what BZ Rice means.
That should probably be the first thing we should ask him, huh? It's his IG name.
Well, welcome everybody. Acura Honda Classic is our weekly podcast. My name is Mike. Brian's not here. Brian is where is that?
He's probably somewhere between Mexico and the U.S. right now. Who knows? Enjoying
Good for him.
himself.
So family obligation, vacation is a good thing.
Yeah.
We have today we have John here. What's your IG?
VTech Killer and A1.
And obviously we have Dre.
That's Sleep King.
Yeah, absolutely. Then we have Miguel.
VTech Lover EM1.
And today we have a special guest. It's a personal friend of mine. His name is RJ. And RJ IG is?
Busy Rice.
What?
So the question that we have is,
What does it mean?
What does it mean?
Yeah.
Alright, so when I was in college, I had 3 jobs, went to school full time. My buddies were like, man, you're always busy, you can't hang out. And, I'm Asian.
Oh,
As you can tell. And thus, Busy Rice was it. And that was the AIM days.
So wait.
That was my AIM days.
yeah.
You've got mail.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was it. That's all.
Well, it makes sense now.
I had no idea.
So you had that for what, over 15 years?
So, let's say 10. It's like 20 years.
20 years.
Wow.
Yep. 20 years.
Wow. Well, talking about that, for people that don't know, everybody know RJ, but for people that don't know, he has a really interesting first-gen NSX. Can you elaborate a little bit on that? I don't want to give too much away. We'll get right back to that.
What's the drill?
I've seen this car transform from a pretty much stock 95 black NSX, right?
Tan.
Black on tan.
Right.
And this car has made a complete transformation from 2002 front end, Spoon GT front, pretty much a whole Spoon GT conversion on it. Color change to Nuova Blue Pearl, Spoon brakes, Nuova Blue Pearl.
Wow.
That's like the new NSX.
I think that's good enough for a little tease right there.
Yeah, that's just the tip.
And for everyone to know, Acura Honda Classic, we obviously host meet now twice, once every 2 months.
Yeah.
And we actually have his car here, like a month ago, 2 months
Yeah.
ago?
Yeah.
Just a couple of months ago. Man, that was a cool car, man.
Well, the coolest thing I think about it is his car is sitting by the car that inspired it. That Spoon NSX.
That was in March.
In March.
Yeah.
The Spoon NSX from Japan, the car that he built his car around was there.
Let him say that.
Well,
No, I might cry if I say
That was a cool meet, man.
Yeah,
you
that
have
was a
that,
nice
you have the
meet.
June Civic,
Yeah, I remember
Right?
that
That
on
was
Super
cool.
Street.
you have the Integra,
Yeah.
all the DC2 Integras.
Oh, and the whole shop, yeah.
Oh yeah, the EK9.
Yeah.
Man, that was really cool. What about you on court, man? That was really cool.
Those are neat.
How many cars did show up last time in March?
I don't know. I think,
A couple hundred?
yeah, there's at least over 200, I'd say. But even more people showed up.
Yeah.
We actually had to turn people away at one point during a couple of the meets. Not turn them away, but the parking lot was full.
Redirect.
Yeah, redirect.
I like that.
Who was that officer?
Redirect.
Oh, the one redirecting?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's probably one of the guys behind the counter over there.
John, can you come around real quick? Please come around so people see
we
who you
don't
are. For people that don't know, he's been handicapped right now.
Yeah, I
He
can't
just
walk.
came out from urgent care. Still show up to the podcast.
Oh.
Yeah.
Show 'em a little bit.
We don't see you.
Yeah. Whoever that don't know John,
Yeah, you
if
can.
you do come to our
Give me a
meet,
few seconds.
John will be the guy up in the front,
my God.
directing the traffic.
Yes, I will be.
We appreciate you, John.
Thank you. Thank you.
Every
Yeah.
part is important,
Yes.
and yours is the most.
Thank you. You guys make me feel so awkward.
Well, talking about that, RJ, let's talk about you. You've been in the car game for quite a long time. What is your first car?
My first car was a 94 green Corolla,
Wow.
which
16?
was 16?
When you were 16 years old?
Yep.
Or?
When I was 16 years old, it was my mom's hand-me-down. We put a big TRD banner on it.
Wow.
Turret banner on it.
5 horsepower.
Yeah, We had some Racing Heart C2s
Ooh,
and
Period.
yeah,
Correct.
those are period and a GT
Racing
wing.
Heart
C2,
I would
C5
love-
is my number one wheel.
C2 is my wheel.
Yeah, C2s are.
C2.
That's the mesh, right?
Yeah.
I remember the C5.
One piece
the
or
5
three
spoke.
piece?
Oh, I couldn't afford the 3.
Okay.
That was a long time ago,
Man, that's a cool wheel, man.
Yeah,
I
that was
wish I
really
had
good.
those wheels.
Right.
That car like the Puerto Rican special. Right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
I just remember building that in the parking lot in our
Right.
apartment complex, changing springs in the middle of the parking lot.
Oh, what about the
was that
spring?
Orlando?
Let go of the
Yeah.
stock spring. What do you do?
Yeah, it pops off.
Yeah.
It shoots it across.
You put your foot on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people got hurt from that, man.
So that's what started your passion for cars?
Yeah, actually, there was a bunch of buddies in college. They all
Okay.
laughed at me because I was hooking up my Corolla. But, you know, it was the only car I could afford it.
How long you had it?
That one I had for like 8 years or something like
Ooh,
that. Or 6
wow.
years or something like that.
That's
yeah.
probably a car you're going for a long period of time.
Yeah, probably the longest. One of the longest cars I had.
So what do you have after that?
So after that, I tried to buy GSR. It was used. My mom actually said no because I was like 19, couldn't afford it. So ended up buying a Civic EK hatch. Drove all the way to Miami from Orlando. I didn't know how to drive stick.
So that time you lived in Orlando.
I lived in Orlando at the time.
So for the people that don't know, Orlando in here is about 3 hours,
Right.
more or less.
Right.
And
That's
now
how
you
fast you want to go.
and now you're back in Orlando.
Now I'm back
Right,
in Orlando.
okay.
Right.
Okay, so let's go back. It's
Right.
the EK.
So an EK, a 2000 Civic hatchback, silver manual. I actually did not know how to drive manual that good.
Is it a DX or CX?
A DX.
Oh,
Man,
wow.
come on, man. I busted out that extra
Yeah.
$200, man.
Yeah.
Did it have AC?
It did have AC.
Ooh.
I thought DX. No, those are optional. Right?
Optional,
DX,
yeah,
DX
yeah.
is optional.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. It was in Miami, so they had to.
Yeah.
they-
Everything's got
Was it all
AC.
stock?
all stock when I bought it. It was brand new.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Brand new
new.
2000 Civic.
Oh nice.
Oh,
wow.
Yep. And then, I drove it all the way to Orlando. That's how I learned how to drive stick. Yep. All the
Did
way
you
up
have to
there.
grind after that?
Oh, yeah. Great. That's why I just swapped the motor right away. Probably like a year later, I just swapped the motor because I was having too much fun with that motor.
Yeah.
So do you leave it stock right away, or you immediately mount the car? What do you do?
I right away. The first thing that almost everybody does is lower SI wheels. You know.
Nice. Clean over your
Yeah, it was silver, Vogue
Nice.
silver, I think. And it had SI wheels. Lowered it. Got clear tail lights. Got pulled over a bunch of times for that.
Oh, I remember
Oh,
those. I remember those.
Back in the day.
What,
Yeah.
what era are you talking about? Are you talking about this is
2000?
2000?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
so
Fast and Furious is top
Furious.
top.
Fast and Furious, like-
so that's,
Oh,
that's
man.
not pre-fast. That's Fast and Furious.
This is
time.
Fast and Furious.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're talking about Buddy Club Body Kid with
Oh yeah.
big spoilers.
Wings wet, big mouth, wide mouth. What's
Oh,
that
yeah.
I like
Black Widow Kid.
Black Widow
Black Widow Kid. Yeah, I'm talking about Black Widow Kid.
I forget the neon lights.
Yep.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
lights.
oh yeah,
Big.
absolutely.
Oh right. Actually, my first model of that car was Indigo gauges.
Oh, nice.
I had the one I know. They
You
changed
get those
colors.
at Pep Boys, right?
I think maybe I don't even remember.
You know, so funny. Back in the day, for you to get car parts, you know, back then eBay weren't like that popular. So
Right.
for you to get car parts, you have to get the tuner magazine or Super
Yeah.
Street
Yeah,
magazine,
yeah.
and from there you make a phone call.
Yeah.
Somehow you got to place an
Yeah.
order and get your order that way. It was
Oh, yeah.
it's completely different now.
Absolutely.
Right.
Or there was a couple shops. I remember there were a couple
Local
good
shop.
local shops down here
Yeah.
back in the day. That was.
What are those shops?
Remember Pacific Performance was all JDM.
Oh, yeah,
parts.
yeah,
that was
yeah,
you wanted
yeah.
Spoon.
Where was that at?
It's Oakland Park Boulevard.
Yeah.
Oh, next to
Speed and truck for me.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Speed and
Speed
Truck.
and Truck.
That was
I
the
know
nice
that
one.
Yeah.
I know that place.
Always
That
have.
place still there, but they
Still
call
there.
something. I think they call something else.
I
but
think
it's
they
still
came
there.
back again to Speed and Truck though. If I'm
Really?
not mistaken.
Murray.
I'm not sure.
Wow.
Murray's. Yeah, that's where we would get a lot of good parts. They got
That's in
some two
Miami,
parts over
yeah.
there.
Oh, that's my nitrous spot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
But they're more race
Jung
guys,
was my
yeah.
nitrous spot. You know, rolling into the muscle car shop to go get my Honda nitrous. Man, that four-cylinder sure do right. You remember Russ?
Yeah.
So that's it. You got a gauges. Then what else?
So after that, I actually was able to save some money. I saved up $800 and got the car painted.
Wow.
Actually, wait! I got a C West kit, and one of my buddies, it was an Integra C West rear, Integra C West sides, and a Civic C West front. And my buddy, he like lived with me for a week, and I said, you know what? You're gonna live with me. You're gonna do body work on that car, and he somehow fit the Integra rear and sides onto the Civic.
Wow.
Yeah.
And look good.
Was that a fiberglass kit?
It was fiberglass kit.
Oh.
He
Did
did
it
it
look
on
good?
garage. Oh yeah, it looked perfect. And then Bomex wing and painted it gunmetal.
Ooh, the Bomex.
Wow. I remember
Those
that
parts you
early.
can't get a hold of. I think someone I know
No.
got a C-West kit for an EM1 sitting
No,
around.
I would love to have. Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah, you know who I'm
If I got another Civic, I gotta go ask him.
Yeah.
But speaking, the clear taillights are coming back.
They're making a
I see
strong
them
comeback.
all.
My Sienna has them.
Crazy.
My Sienna has them.
Wow.
What is that one guy one for the CRV, Andrew?
600 brand new.
600
Yeah,
brand
that's
new for
crazy.
the clear
They
tail.
shot up in price.
Yeah.
For everyone that don't know Andrew's the guy with the CRV with the CTR wheels, the one that really skinny, really skinny tires.
Yeah, I remember that. That was the skip leg day.
Yeah. Matter of fact, we're gonna post it on Instagram right after this.
Yeah, I want to see
So
that.
you'll be able to see that. That's funny.
They call it growing pains, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I had that on my EK. And
Yeah.
I love that look.
Yeah.
The problem that we had were the light bulb.
You had to have
Yeah.
the amber bulb in there. If you put the clear bulb
Yeah.
or the blue bulb in there,
blue
they
bulb,
would
the blue
love
bulb,
to
the
give
blue
you
bulb.
crap.
Yeah. But the problem is well the cops don't like us because there's no light, no color.
Yeah.
So what some of us do, we kind of paint the light bulb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I remember.
remember that.
But the heat over time it kind of fades
Yeah.
itself,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the amount of ticket you get, you might as well just put a stock one back on.
Yeah.
Now they're LEDs.
Yeah.
Now
They're
we make it
LEDs,
work.
yeah.
And the funny thing you mentioned, is that really coming back, the clear
Yeah.
taillight?
It is.
No, this is the
Oh,
thing.
absolutely.
They're not making them anymore, so a lot of it's old stock.
And it's
Right.
really
So
expensive.
it's
Yeah.
really expensive. And you know those lights, they don't hold up very good outside. They like to crack and stuff, so to get them in good shape, they're hard. And a lot of people are going retro, man. They're going back old school.
So for the people that get those clear taillights, is it for like the JDM guys, or is that for like what group of people? The VIP guys?
I think it's more, I want to say, I don't know, you know, but I think it's more like people trying to relive their past style.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
love to build my car like
Right,
that. one
you know,
before.
like,
Yeah.
oh,
No, I get
throwback,
that.
you
I
know?
get that. Like, so are
Or
they
the
putting like
clean
all OEM plus type of look, or are they
I
going?
think it's just what he said.
More-
bringing the past
So,
back.
yeah, but I think
But-
it's a crossover to more of a stance look in my opinion, but I don't know, because I wouldn't put them on the DA. I've seen them for the DA, but you know, my car's more of a GM car. You know?
Right.
I mean, I don't have fancy taillights like his NSX has. I mean, those taillights, they go crazy.
Yeah.
Your lights go
They
all
do techno on, yeah.
Well, they do all kinds of stuff.
LED taillights. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We had to open up the taillights, and I mean, it's amazing. It's the show mode. I wish I could show it right now.
Oh, that thing's
Actually, Bach has it.
Ah, I know somebody.
someone
Oh,
got
box
it.
back
Someone
there.
got it.
That's low key. He's unready.
Sorry.
So for people that don't know Bach is gonna unveil his NS6 on our next meet. Gonna be sometime in August. We don't have the exact date yet, but
I should try to make that. Oh.
I mean we have seen the car.
That'd be
I've
cool.
seen the car already. All of us seen the car
The
already.
car may be in the shop. I don't know.
What do you guys think so far? I mean I don't give up any detail.
I will say one thing. That Stefano and Frank knocked it out the park with their body work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They really did a great
100%
job.
agree.
I saw the car in the middle of its build, and it is way more than I thought it was gonna be.
Over the top.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
One thing I just want to give away is the paint job. I mean
They did
it
great.
got a complete
Right.
paint job.
Yeah.
And it's phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Right.
It is just beautiful.
I still don't get how I got the hood to fit right.
I've
And
not
it's-
seen. I
That's
think they
skills.
said it was 2 weeks of sanding and modifying just on the front end alone. That's a lot of fitment.
That's amazing. Amazing.
That's skills.
Nah,
And I personally worked on his car too. It makes me proud. It makes me proud to see where it was and where it is now. It's,
Well,
it's
you know,
awesome.
Together,
to have
takes
the
time.
busy rice
Yeah, it
guy
takes
working on
time.
your car, you know, that's a pretty big thing.
It's a dream come
Very
true.
statement.
Yeah.
True.
I want to be like that guy
Powerful
that signs all the cars. With the
Oh,
logo. That'd be awesome.
Sign my car, please.
So, after the Civic, I mean, what do you have after that?
So after the Civic, some guy that had a Grand Prix white with red interior, black and red interior, S2000. He was having some gambling
AP1?
problems.
AP1?
AP1. He was having some gambling problems, and he posted it up for trade and some cash. So I straight up traded the Civic for it and like $3,000.
Wow.
Wow.
Yup.
Come on.
Come on.
Wow.
Come
The
on.
black and red seats?
Huh?
The
It
black
was
and red?
the full red seats and
Full
the black
red
and red interior.
So
Yeah.
Only
Yeah.
01 it had
Yeah.
that. Only
Okay.
2001 had
And
that.
that's the red dash.
No, that's 02.
Oh, okay.
So the
okay.
01 was black and red. That was like my favorite combo. And
I know you've talked about like the white with the black and red
It was so
interior. That's-
funny, like the
yeah.
amount of knowledge that we have. Like we know the exact year, what comes with what doesn't come with
That's
what.
because
I mean,
we're kind of
that's
sick in the head.
That's what happens when you're
That's
passionate.
exactly
There you go.
exactly. Whether it be a Honda guy,
Yeah.
a domestic guy, it doesn't matter, you know.
Yeah.
So S2000, then what else?
So I kept that 2000 for a long time. At that point, I was trying to get my wife to nursing school, and so I was buying and selling cars to make some ends meet to pay for all the bills because she wasn't working. So at this point, I went through 2 DB4s, an EG hatch, and 2 EKs, and then I was building a 1 EK, a black one, and then I built a white one. And the white one, I was gonna keep forever. My combo was gonna be the EK hatch and Grand Prix white. S2000 Grand Prix white, the interiors were red, black and red. It matched perfect, the wheels matched, everything matched. And then one day I was at work at 3 p.m. I drove my Civic to work, and someone stole my Civic. And my
But they
buddy,
crushed you, huh?
and my buddy with an S2000 was parked right next to me. They cut his top,
Took his seats.
they took his seats,
Put him in the Civic.
put it in my Civic, and drove my Civic away.
One to your stock seat, they left it outside.
Threw him in the back seat.
They threw my buddy's S2000. We were parked next to each other. I had my Civic.
So they took the seats, put it in the hatch, and stole the hatch and left.
Yeah, all on
I
video.
get that, but what happened to the Zoro? Original
They
Zoro?
found three
Nah,
seats.
that whole thing just fit it.
I don't think they put the seats. I think they just
They
put
threw
them
it in the back.
I really do that, they left it outside. Put it
Yeah,
back in
yeah,
that. Jeez, are you serious?
Right?
Yeah, all on camera. 3 minutes. 3 minutes?
Oh,
3
those are
minutes.
pros.
Wow.
And where
Hold
was
on.
that? In Orlando?
Orlando.
What year was that?
Wow.
Oh man, you'd ask me. That was probably 05 or 06.
Mid 2000.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
all hand tools, no.
Yeah,
material, no
I had one of the wheel locks and a clutch lock on my car.
And they still got it. They
Yeah,
must have cut your pedal off.
They cut my pedal off. They cut the wheel.
Yeah, I've seen that
You see
before.
it? They saw it right in the video.
Yeah.
Some guys going crazy on the car.
I have saw.
Wow.
Yeah, that was one of the saddest moments of my life.
You know, I haven't had a chance to have that feeling, but I know you have.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
sure
you had a
have.
car
Yeah.
And you've had a car
So
stolen from you.
I have
to.
Well,
You
not
have.
stolen, broke into, and pushed to the
It might as well have been stolen. You didn't know
Yeah.
where it was, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
what?
Worst feeling in the world.
No, mine was kind of funny. I got an EM1 and I signed for free from my neighbor.
For free?
Yeah, we didn't know that. We didn't know it was an EM1.
Great
And it was single cam and automatic. And when I swapped everything over, I ran the VIN numbers, and it ended up being that the motor had original motor blue. They gave it to the son. He wanted it to be automatic and made it from stick to automatic.
Wow, that seems like
That's
such
a whole lot of work.
I never heard anyone converting a car to automatic.
I was surprised. I was
You
surprised.
put the horse behind the carriage.
I took the car to the body shop because the car got
Inside cart?
So when he stole that car,
Wow.
and it literally drove past my house,
Wow.
and I watched the car drive past.
Automatic.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was like, I told my brother, I said, hey, that guy doesn't work at the body shop. And he goes, no, he works there. I ran to the body shop. He said, where's your car? I said, it's not there. And the car was gone. We found it a month later. It's abandoned.
Yeah, nothing left.
Wow. But it was completely stripped.
No, it was. They left it alone. Took the battery and the radio.
What?
And then when I converted it, that's when I figured out it was my buddy called me to the shop. He goes, come to the shop. Because this car was stick shift, and we looked at the VIN number, EM1.
Wow.
So did they ever find your car?
Yeah, they did about 8 months later. It was completely stripped. I actually saw a car with all my parts on it.
Oh.
Yeah. And, I called police and everything.
They can't do anything.
Right. So they found my car completely stripped. I went to the junkyard. I posted it up on Craigslist and I traded it for an EG coupe, spray painted black, for the show.
Painted.
Classy.
Yeah. I traded that straight up for the show. So at least I had something to drive.
Wow,
So-
man. It's so
Yeah.
sad about, the Honda community.
Yeah.
Because like we all love our cars, but you have these, individual that would, do these, forbidden type of,
Yeah.
I can't even describe it, and that's what really hurt our community. And one of the things that we do in Acura Honda Classics, we want to host this meet, and we want to bring these cars owners together, and so that we can sort of just rebuild our community, rebuild our faith,
Have like a safe place, you know.
to just hand out, share our passion and share the work that we have on these cars. I think is very important,
For sure.
So after that, EG Coupe, you said, right?
Right. So after that, my wife didn't like the EG Coupe sitting in our driveway because I didn't drive it anyways. So she said, just get rid of it. No one would buy it, so I said, you know what? I'll trade it for an Xbox because I want an Xbox.
Trading a Honda for a gaming system.
So I got an Xbox. I still got it to this day.
No way.
More than all the other cars.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that the red ring of death?
No, it never died with it. Yeah,
Wow.
that's why I still have it.
Wow.
Yeah, eventually, you know what you can do? You can trade it back on Civic.
Right.
Oh, but that was some good times. When that kid came over, he was so happy. He was some young kid, He was just
Yeah.
probably turning 16.
Could you imagine trading a gaming system for a car?
Driving car.
Yeah, like being a kid.
Was it like 16 years old?
Wait, it wasn't just the Xbox. He gave me like 4 games too.
Oh, what's the game? What's the game?
Oh man, the games I don't even. They sucked though. They were like really
Oh,
great.
come on.
I don't even remember what the games were actually. Oh no, Halo. Well, no, Halo was one of those.
That's a good
so
game.
Halo
That's a good game.
Yeah, that was one of them. Oh my god.
So after that, what happened?
So after that, after my buddy's S2000 got broken into, my Civic got stolen. I just like you said, it just ruined it for me. I didn't want a Honda anymore. I didn't trust it. I just couldn't go anywhere.
So you lost the
In my
passion.
Civic. Right. So I got scared.
You got scared. I've heard that happen to a lot of people. Man.
Yeah.
They change brands when that happens
Right.
sometimes.
So with my S2000, I still had the S2000. So I immediately put up for sale. Got a bite within like 2 days. Some guy wanted to buy in Tampa, which is like an hour and a half away. I was driving it to him that day to sell it to him. He had seen it. He had agreed on price. He had the check ready. I just had to take it to him to Tampa. On my way to Tampa, there was a big rainstorm, and I crashed it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you had all kinds of good luck within a short period of time.
Oh yeah. No. This is probably over like 5-6 years. I had
Oh.
the S2000 for a little while.
Oh.
And then the guy still wanted it. He loved the way I had modified it. He wanted it
Was it
exactly
so bad?
like it. It was a whole side.
Ooh.
One whole side swing.
So he got a discount.
Yes, he did.
So this wasn't stock.
No, the S2000 was not
Whoa.
stock. 8.2 front. God, I don't even remember the names of the side skirts. Work wheels, work emotions.
So you've always put a lot of passion into your builds.
Yeah, every car
I want to make something clear real quick. I mean, every car in Audrey's household has some modification.
His minivan
Wait.
is not a normal minivan.
Prius is not a normal Prius.
I'm a car guy, just like you guys.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So,
That's fun.
so what happened after that, man?
So after that, I finally sold. They fixed the S2000. I drove it to him like 2 months later. Sold that. I picked up a Golf, hoping I wouldn't hook it up.
What do you think?
A VW Golf.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You went to the
know.
VW.
Dark side.
Yeah. You know that happened to my buddy Steve, right? S2000 got stolen, went and bought a Golf.
Well, nobody'd steal that.
No. Yeah.
No one would steal that.
Yeah.
That's what he said. No one's gonna steal this
Yeah, you
thing.
can leave the keys in it.
But it
Don't
cost
hate me,
me
Steve.
it
Shout out to
cost me
Steve.
$6,000 to maintain that car in 2 years.
Oh,
Wow.
6,000 in
That's a
maintenance.
lot of maintenance, huh?
Yep. So.
Should have taken that risk on a Honda.
I know. Yep. So that car got hooked up also,
Nice.
and then I bought an Audi TT at the same time. Think I'd like.
That's a girl's car,
Wait,
right?
Audi TT.
Yep.
That's
turbo.
what the girls drive now, right? Did your wife?
Is that what you can do? A girlfriend here.
Maybe. I didn't do it.
And then you modify that.
Yeah, that car was already modified. It was actually a friend of mine's car. He had spent over $30,000 on that car. The wheels alone were probably $6,000.
Wow.
And the guy that sold it to me blew the motor, and he sold it to me for like nothing.
Is that the
That's why-
1.8 or the 2 liter?
It was one eight.
The 1.8.
And you
Okay.
put an LS swap in there or something?
I should have, because then that car gave me all kinds of problems. I only had it for like 5-6 months. Sold it.
If they're not well maintained, they're kind of hard to.
I put a brand new motor in that car.
Yeah.
Yep.
They still give you problems.
Still gave me
What
problems.
does that tell you?
So sold that, and I was like, I need to go back to Honda Acura.
Okay.
I had to. And then I found myself at TL 6-speed, 2004.
Nice.
That was
No, that's
cool.
the bottom.
Man,
Right.
that-
Brembo
Very
brakes?
nice.
Yeah.
Brembo brakes.
Yeah.
I love that.
White
What color was that?
White.
White
The pearl white, whatever the
Oh,
color is
okay.
called.
Nice.
White diamond pearl.
Yeah. I tried to find a TLS, but it was impossible.
Well, I think your wife may be on here right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Say
I
hi,
see
honey.
it right there.
Say hi, honey. Hi, honey.
We tricked them in.
Say hi to her.
Hi, kiddos. Hope you guys are watching.
You're having a great time here.
I'm just honored. I'm really honored, by the way, that you guys.
Well, we're
actually-
honored to have you.
Yeah, absolutely,
Sure.
absolutely.
I'm honored to be next to you. I mean,
I don't even know why, but we're all the same kind of family. you
That's
know,
right.
So,
So after the TL, what do you get?
So I kept the TL for a really long time, like a really, really long time, and then the dash started having the crack.
Oh, like
so,
the Sahara
so
Desert.
you know, who hasn't seen that?
Yeah.
I got so upset one day and I got tired of it. And I mean, that car was hooked up. I did a lot of stuff to that car. I had coilovers, I had TL's kit, I had the downpipes, not the downpipes, J-pipes.
Is that RV6P style?
RV6P
Yeah,
style.
they do it serious.
Shout out to RV6.
Yeah.
Great people, great folks.
Even
great
on the
company.
brand new cars, they
Yeah,
produce
that guy's
stuff quick.
Great
amazing
stuff.
stuff. Yeah. Fit
Great
perfect,
stuff.
sounded awesome.
They even come with Honda gaskets when you buy
Right.
them. That's
Wow.
awesome.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
I
right.
mean, you really like modify every. You know,
Every
He does not drive stock cars.
I tried.
Not sure, no cars left stock.
I
That's this
really
guy.
tried.
Yeah.
I really, really tried. I bought the Golf because I thought.
Do
it
you
was-
modify the kids' bikes too? Like,
Yes.
yeah, that's me. That's me.
If I could do more, I would.
You know,
Right.
I did a conversion on my kid's Power Wheel.
Oh, you did?
Like I put a bigger battery in it.
Oh.
Hey, why you no, you're gonna kill the kids. Stop.
That's awesome.
So what happened after the TL?
So the TL, I got so frustrated with the dash crack, and trying to get it fixed by Acura. They wouldn't do anything, and then I found out how much it would cost, how much work it would be. I drove straight to Toyota.
Should have called me.
Yeah, and then I traded in with everything on it, which is so stupid.
No way.
Yeah, with everything on it, and I traded it for a Prius.
Yeah.
Pure frustration. Pure
Yeah.
frustration, man.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're like, let me
I get
get
it.
the most low-key, reliable
What
car
that I
can
would
hold.
not touch.
That you could not touch.
And he still
But
touched
hold on, what did you do to that car?
I don't know. I went online and found some stuff and was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, they love this car in Japan. What the heck?"
Oh yeah, I mean
All
your
kinds of stuff for this car.
your one friend, I remember he had Volks on it, that Tom's body kit.
Oh
Right.
right.
To my car.
Yeah,
That car.
yeah, I remember his
Yeah.
came through here
Yeah.
a couple of times. I was like, Mike, your friends have the nicest Priuses I've ever seen.
That's a nice kid, man.
Yeah.
that was
I
really
mean,
deep.
you have a kid on it.
I have a kid on it now. This is actually my second Prius.
And do you wash it?
No.
I never washed the Prius.
I know that.
I
That's
never
why.
washed a Prius or my hand. Never ever.
Is that a religion reason or?
I don't know.
It's lazy.
Yeah.
Lazy reason. So,
Well,
my-
let's fast forward to the NSX, man, because I know everybody is waiting for the NSX,
okay.
right? So, you want to do the intro on his NSX?
Well,
What
you know,
year's NSX?
I believe it's a
Do you know?
95 NSX.
Go ahead, RJ. Take it over.
Yeah,
please.
let's go.
Tell us.
Tell us.
So what?
Tell us
how
where did
you
you
got
get
it.
the
stats.
How'd you find it?
Yeah.
Because that's the hard. Everyone who owns
guys don't know
NSX
this
has a
story?
whole story.
No.
Do you know the story?
No.
A little bit.
I know
I think I
a
know
little
a
bit.
little bit of
Now,
story. You
you
told
don't
me
know
about
the
the
story?
story.
Now the world's gonna know.
No.
Okay. So,
Pay attention,
My wife
guys.
let you get out.
okay, right. So like,
Once upon a time.
once upon a time, you have a bunch of buddies and you always take care of your buddies. Car buddies, friends, everything. My buddy about 10 years ago now was having some problems and he needed someplace to live. I let him live with us for probably a month or two. And thank you, Kirsten, for letting him live with us.
That's the big one. If the wife's
That's
on board
Yes,
with
sir.
it,
That's my wifey.
that's
So
all
true.
I know.
Right, so he told me that he lost a job. He had two cars at the time. He had a BMW Z4 and a Subaru STI. So he had all these bills. He couldn't afford anything. And he said, RJ, I'll pay you back once I get a job. After about a month of living with me, he found a job. He moved away and never heard from him again.
Wow.
He told me he was going to give me his first paycheck. But, I didn't care. He's
Yeah.
helping him out, right?
Yeah.
Pay it forward.
Pay it forward, right. So then, about 7 years later, calls me out of the blue. RJ, I owe you big time, man. I'm like, no, you don't, man. I'm just happy you called me, man. And I was like, where's your rent? No, I'm just kidding. And then after that, he was just like, RJ, I owe you big time. I have an NSX. I was like, what? Amazing, congrats, man. Because I know you love the car. And then he's like, but I want to sell it to you. And I want to sell it to you for what I owe for it because you helped me out a long time ago.
Wow.
And I was just like, you don't have to do that, man. You just don't have to do that. And this is where the whole like car family thing comes into play, because it's like, no other people would do that. So then, I was having a kid in 2 months, my second kid. My wife was like,
Oh, it's not time to buy an
it's not time to buy an NSX at this moment, right? So, but I mean, he kept lowering the price. He got it to the point where it was exactly the money he owed on the car. And at that point, it's a no-brainer. You have to buy it at that point. I don't even want to say the price.
No.
So he didn't have to do that.
He didn't have to do
Yeah.
it. He had a reason too, though. It's not because he just wanted to be nice to me. He upgraded to an 02 yellow NSX.
Ooh.
And he just needed the money to put down on it. But he said, kill two birds with one stone.
He did the right thing.
Payback, yeah.
He did the right thing.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
And you know what? And you
Yeah.
repair that relationship. You
No,
know
I mean,
what
it was never broken. It was just,
Yeah.
I personally think he was just too busy just fixing everything. And then when he finally
Yeah.
fixed
Yeah.
everything, he finally came around and just called me up.
That's important.
Yeah,
That's huge.
I agree with that. And I believe, like, if someone hooks you up, always pay for it. I mean, just like that thing that happened today.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Well, I think we probably will make a small video on that too as well. That was a great pickup.
Yeah, that was
Great pickup.
Yeah.
We'll
I don't
talk
even
about
think
it a
you
little bit
got
later
the-
on.
I
After this,
heard a
we'll
little
take-
bit, yeah.
Okay.
check it on the lift.
Okay.
But so talking about kid about to born, the second kid about to born, right?
Right.
Just picked up the car.
Right.
Great price, probably.
Great
What do you
price.
do? Like, what do you
Amazing.
do? Just left the car in the garage, just kind of let it sit. What happened?
No, I immediately started buying stuff for it.
Porting parts?
So the first thing I did was like just like everybody else. I mean, it came with coilovers. My friend's a car guy too, so it had some stuff that came with it. He had done like all the maintenance. Actually, before I even picked it up, it went straight to my buddy in Tampa, and he took care of the whole car because I didn't know that you guys could work on it yet. And then so I left it up there. Did the
What
timing
year
belt.
was that? I'm sorry to cut you off. What year was that?
That was 6 years ago. So what was that?
2013.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So like
I think that was a year or two after I came here.
Yeah.
so.
Okay.
Right. So I didn't know about you guys. Otherwise, obviously I would.
Yeah.
But I dropped it off there. Got the timing belt, all the maintenance done, and then I picked it up. And then the first thing I started doing was buying wheels.
Wheels.
Wheels is the thing, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, wheels is my thing.
What was it?
What was the first set of wheels?
The first set of wheels, which is crazy, is Volt GTCs.
Oh.
I had like 4 sets of those to
Those
get the
are-
perfect set.
I love those. But they're custom. They have different offsets.
Is
Right.
it a 2-piece, 3-piece?
It's 2-piece.
Yeah, two-piece wheel, yeah.
Yeah, but because the NSX is usually double staggered, I had to buy
Yes, it's
17s, 18s, 17s, 18s. So I had
you have 2 sets to make 1 set.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I bought a lot of those, and then next thing I bought was Advans, and then I bought more Advans.
Oh yeah.
and then
Remember you bought everyone's Advance.
I bought everybody's Advans. I bought all the Model 5s. I bought some brand new sets, and then I had Regamasters, which is one of my favorites. I went through
Too bad you let those go.
Yeah, I should have let that one go. And if where's our buddy? Millionaire Minds in Boston. I hope you're watching. I should have messaged him.
Yeah.
He has them now.
We can
Oh,
see
he
this
does.
on the YouTube once we put it
Yeah.
on
Okay,
YouTube
I'll
this
tag
weekend.
And
We're gonna
you can
send
also
it, like-
rewatch this later if you want
Yes.
to. So.
Okay, so I'm gonna tag him. And,
Yeah.
But yeah, I went to a good guy in Boston. And then I went through 2 pairs of MF10s that weren't modified. Yeah, nobody knows about those.
So
But
that's a whole story on its own.
right.
So, and your career, you're a nurse?
Yes.
Right.
I'm a nurse. I started in IT. Didn't like it. I didn't want to be inside of a cubicle anymore. Want to help people, and then I became a nurse. Loved it. And then while I was working where I was working, they were like, "Hey, RJ, do you know how to do this stuff, like computers?" I was like, "Yeah,
a little bit.
and I hated the computer system, so they loved me. They're like, "Just fix it." So I fixed everything. And then I went to consulting. Now I'm in IT stuff. Now I work for a hospital.
Back around again.
Yep. I'm back in the cubicle,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
And
But it pays the bills.
And you started a company?
And yes, I'm also starting a company, Kuya Automotive, Big Brother Automotive. We specialize in NSX parts, carbon fiber, titanium,
Rare, unique parts.
unique parts
Custom made
that aren't made right now. We can pretty much make anything you want, and we can work out some deals. Yeah.
Listen, I've seen some of the stuff that he has. Actually, I think I even have the front lip on my
Yeah,
car.
front
Yes,
Yeah.
you do.
And I do a lot. I got a lot of his parts on my car. I got the wing, I got the lip, you know.
Right.
I got parts on everyone's car in there.
Have you ever traveled to like Japan to see parts or anything like that?
I have. I've gone to Japan last year. I went to Spoon Type 1.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
And the day before I got there, they took the Spoon NSX and shipped it to Thailand for a world tour.
Oh. I got a Type 1 sticker, a maintenance sticker from you from that trip.
I hope so.
That,
The
I
multiple
tried
one?
to, the multiple one. I have a collection. Every time someone goes out to Japan, they kind of bring me a sticker.
Right.
I think we should all go to Japan. I'm dying.
Right.
I should.
And here's another thing about the community, the car community. I went to Japan. I asked one of my buddies that has an NSX, that lives out there. I asked them if they could take me around in an NSX in Japan. And he said, I don't have my NSX here, but I have a friend here. He's in the Navy. He picked me up in an NSX in Japan,
How sweet is
right-hand
that?
drive,
Wow.
and then took me driving around Tokyo on those highways that you play in those video
Went
games.
to the parking.
Osaka.
And
Yeah.
the Osaka circuit, and
Yeah.
we were GTRs, everything we could think of. I thought I was in a video game. And then he took me to Daikoku Futo. If you guys don't know what that is like where all the Japanese guys like meet up and have a car show in the middle of the night. And it was everything you would think a Japanese car meet would be. I mean, there was people braking. It was just crazy. It was and people drifting.
It's a whole
Is that
different,
where
whole
I hear
different
it's
thing.
like the base of like a mountain, and they race up the mountain or.
That's not that one.
different.
Okay.
That's
That's
different.
different.
This
Okay.
is in the actual huge city of Tokyo.
Is it? Okay.
Their roads
Right.
are crazy,
Yeah.
and they create like circuits,
Gotcha.
and people go out there and go ham.
Is it
Yeah.
true that if you go fast enough, cops won't chase you?
The cars are limited. These
We
cars
didn't do
are
that.
limited to a certain mile per hour. So if your
Right.
car is the cars from
And
Japan,
plus
I
the streets
think.
are so narrow. Like,
Yeah.
So you built your NSX. Has anybody given you inspirations to your build?
The biggest inspiration for my build was actually there's a guy that did his first car as an NSX GT. I'm forgetting his name right now. He had a white one. I don't know. Do you know his name?
I'm not as far up on your NSX GT
Yeah.
as you are, because you even have a whole nother Instagram page
Right,
where I
it's
found out
dedicated.
that was low key his. That's all NSX GT
What
does
is that
around the
page
whole
name?
world.
Spoon_NSX. I keep
Okay.
track of every Spoon inspired or NSXR GT in the world on that.
Well,
on
there
that page.
may be another one going on that page shortly, if I'm not
We're
mistaken.
going to go ahead and put that on our description, so whoever wants to go on that page, you can just go ahead and click
That's
the link
awesome.
on the description.
Yeah, and I keep track of every single one. I have every color, and once there's a certain amount, I'm actually going to be creating a badge for everybody.
Nice. Like a
An
number badge?
NSXR GT badge. Yep.
Nice.
Gotta
I
pick-
like that.
Everybody got to pick their numbers.
Wow, that's cool. So let's talk about your current setup. I mean, the paint job, like just everything.
The whole car
Just give
is
the
the same.
rundown right now as is what it is right now.
Okay, so my favorite parts on it?
All the parts.
Okay. I guess I should start with the wheels. The Mugen MF10 wheels. They're custom rebarreled. Inspired by Michael Mao with his awesome NSX. I don't. If you guys don't know who he is, look him up. His NSX was another inspiration.
What was
for
that
me.
again?
Michael Mao.
Yeah.
Amazing,
Yeah.
amazing build. His wheels actually inspired me to build mine.
So you have custom Mugen wheels.
Custom Mugen wheels.
Rebarreled.
Rebarreled.
That means,
So they only come a certain width.
yeah.
They don't make real wide MF10s.
Right.
His are big mama wheels, huh?
They're pretty wide.
Right.
Yeah.
So what most people do when they rebarrel is they take two sets of a set of 17s and up them to 18s. I wanted the lips to be the same, so one of the touches I figured if you guys really, I don't know, most people won't notice stuff for like me, but I bought a set of 16s and a set of 17s and then upped the size for both of those from 17 by 8 and 18 by 10.
Wow.
So one from 16 by 6 to 17 by 8.
So a real
Yeah.
custom.
Right.
And the finish itself.
Right. So then I wanted them in black chrome, so they got nickel plated. It took literally 7 months for that to get done. rebarrel. And,
I remember a big joke out of that.
Yeah.
I would mess with you on that.
Yeah, so I feel like if there's anything that you want to do to your car and you want to do it right, just like you guys know, it's just a waiting game and just time.
Take your time.
Take your time, right?
Dude,
Yeah,
it
but that-
did come out
makes the best
perfect.
build.
That will.
So you have other parts.
We were lucky enough to get to mount him on his car at
You
the
did.
shop here.
That's
Yeah.
right. I only trusted
enjoyed
these
it.
guys here.
That's right.
You guys
Well,
are-
it wasn't as much just putting the wheel in the car. It's like changing the wheel studs. And
Right.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and all that
Oh, yeah.
stuff.
Oh, that's right. We had to do custom spacers. It was,
Yeah, yeah.
It was just so much work to get those wheels on
It
the
was
car.
worth it though.
To the right fitment.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to even get them to fit on the car.
Yeah.
So what else, like, unique one-off,
So I think my most unique parts are the NSX spoon specific parts. Not many people have spoon NSX parts.
The exhaust. I love it.
I have probably one of 3 spoon NSX exhausts that I know of in the world. I have spoon calipers. I have spoon coilovers, which are not on the car yet. I only know of 2 in the world.
Yeah.
and then where do you source? Like in Japan? I mean,
I just keep searching, and actually, there's people out there. This is another thing with the car community. There's people out there that know that I'm looking for spoon NSX parts, and they actually let me know when they see it.
I like to name myself in the group here as a parts hunter when it comes for things. When I sit at home, I got a bad habit of sending you parts, sending everyone parts, and the people get mad at me. I don't want to buy no parts. I'm
get one of
sorry.
those texts.
Well, if I find a part for your car, usually my EM1 stuff is for this guy.
I don't have an EM1, so.
Well, I mean, close enough. You know? I know, John. I've done it to you too. It's all right.
You helped me get my rear disc brakes.
That's right. Yeah. Well, we sourced the headliner for our ITR project.
Oh wow,
which
you
is-
found it?
Yeah, we found a local
Which we're
one.
gonna talk about that next week.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah, okay. I've been on vacation, guys. So
Yeah.
So let's talk about the paint job, man.
Oh, that was awesome.
So the paint job was done by a shop in Miami. Amazing auto work. Shout out to you. Shout out to my buddies there. There's 2 guys there specifically. You know who you are, Sam. That's like my.
I saw him putting in a lot of work.
Yes.
I followed him through the whole process.
He made sure. That shop was amazing. They would not let my car go if even a little piece of weather strip had a little rip in it. They made me buy every part new. I spent $3,000 just on weather.
I remember those seals.
I
Remember the
remember
seals?
we ordered those parts
Remember?
here.
Remember?
Yeah, and thank you.
The target top seals are not just seals you install. You have to buy special EPT tapes with foam
Right.
and all that
it's
stuff.
a big process.
Oh yeah, and there's
Yeah.
about
And I
a
gotta do it
4-page
right.
process on how
Yeah.
to do it.
I remember calling Mike, I need help because this stuff's so expensive.
I'm just so glad that you didn't make me do it.
Wow, that's awesome. So you put a lot of unique one-off. So your IG name again? Because people gotta go see that, man.
Busy Rice. BZYRICE.
And so you're trying to make it all spoon GT.
I am trying to collect all the spoon specific NSX parts. I'm only missing 2. If you guys find an NSX spoon headers and an NSX spoon.
So what color did you go with? That's I think
Oh.
that was.
I went with Novell Blue Pearl, which is from the new NSX.
I like how he says it. Say it again.
Nuova Blue Pearl.
Oh,
That's what I
Nuova.
thought.
Yeah.
If I'm not, am I saying it wrong?
I don't know, man.
I don't
It
know.
sounds pretty good though.
Yeah.
You gotta throw a little
Say it
flair.
one more time.
Say it
please.
say
One
slow,
more time.
say-
Say slow, yeah.
Loud.
Nuova Blue Pearl.
Wow.
Sounds like Barry White, man.
Sexy.
That's what I call you. I thought I'd throw a little bass on it.
One more time for the audience.
Nuova Blue Pearl.
That's all up, man.
So it's a nice blue, sharp color, huh?
Yep.
So you can't miss it.
It's a deep blue. After I saw it in real life.
I guarantee it was the only NSX. It is the only NSX paint that color. NA1, NA2.
Yeah.
At this very moment.
Any first gen, yeah.
Yeah.
So your car's extremely unique. A lot of unique, extreme one-off parts.
Yeah,
And
I would think so.
And now you're running the circuit up in Orlando since you've moved away from us, right?
I don't know about that. I'm trying to build a community just like this one here. In Orlando, it's a little bit spread out, so we're trying to get everybody together, and it's awesome, pretty good.
Talking about that, RJ and I have been talking about, Acura Honda Classic Meet, a different location other than Acura Pembroke Pines here, exclusive sponsor for Acura Honda Classic. And me and be talking about possibly, doing a meet up in Orlando. So in the upcoming months, potentially, or very likely, we'll be hosting a meet up there. So
Yeah,
we'll keep
we're
you guys updated on the IG, Acura Honda Classic. You know, our time is up. It's about 9:16 already. We're about 45 minutes into the podcast.
Wow.
I knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, we can go on forever. But at this point, we want to thank RJ coming by.
Thank you
Coming
very
all the way
much.
down
I'm
from
humbled that you
Orlando.
guys even want me here.
Yeah, well,
And thanks for surprising
it's really
me.
just your car. That's all. We do.
So we'll see you guys next week,
Next
8 o'clock
Thursday.
on Thursday.
Yep. Every Thursday, 8 o'clock, 8:30. Peace.